What's up, guys? This is the Vinyl Casket. I am Nick, your host. This is the home to the lamest taste. Remember to please, on YouTube and here on Twitch, follow, subscribe, like, comment, get in the chat. Tell me, guys, what you're into and what you guys are doing. And follow me on Instagram at Vinyl Casket and Vinyl Casket Comics. Like the title says, this video is a review, manga review, on the first 4 volumes of Undead Unluck. This is the Shonen Jump series by Viz Media, written by, is it all the same guy? Yeah, story and art by Yoshifumi Tozuka. Probably butchered that, but so far there is 4 volumes out right now. While I was in the middle of reading volume 3, volume 4 came out, so I picked it up and I read it, and I'm not at all disappointed. So solid, really solid manga. All the volumes are really cool. It's really endearing. It's kind of pretty unique, I think. So like all these current shonens that's going on, it's a world where these like quirky kind of things, kind of like My Hero Academia, exist. Not everybody has them, but some people do. But they're these rules, right? And like these weird things. So like the main characters, Undead and Unluck, have these like abilities where he's like undead, he's a zombie, he's thousands of years old, he has all this, history, whatever. And everything around her, people touch her, and strange, unusual things of Unluck are bound to happen. People are gonna die, all sorts of stuff. So she's lived most of her life dealing with that. He doesn't remember most of his memory because his card shoved in his forehead prevents him from remembering shit from a certain amount of time. But if he pulls it out, he can remember. The second time he does it in the series, shit goes crazy. It's really funny. The artwork is really cool. The main character, Andy Undead, is constantly losing all his clothes. But it's really cool because he's like he's kind of like Deadpool, throwing his body parts apart, like cutting things off, but like he can rocket them off. He's always carrying this katana around, using like kisses and stuff to like cause like crazy events of unluck. So he really wants to die. She was trying to kill herself. He prevents it, and he's trying to get her to fall in love with him, so that they can cause this gigantic catastrophic event that will cause him to actually die, because he's been alive forever. He's trying to push the boundaries to see how far he really is undead. You have tons of different characters throughout this whole series, that are really cool, with all these different types of abilities and all different types of rules. There are things called umas that are like these weird rules in this universe that change the way existence can happen, and you find out that there's this thing, the Union, that it's hunting down all these people, these and trying to stop them from causing problems and lock them away. And there's 10 people at a round table, and there's this books, the apocalypse, and every time they fail, if they don't do all the missions, there's this punishment that's slowly destroying the world. But like, here you have this character that has the Union symbol on her hat. Then you got this other stuff called Under, which is another corporation that's trying to take out the Union, and they're trying to fight. So yeah, the first volume is basically them like getting together, knowing each other, developing their relationship, trying to figure out how her powers work, and then getting attacked by these 2 other guys from the Union that are trying to take them on, and finding out if they kill them, they can take their spots, and then they won't be hunted down anymore. They can exist and live their lives the way they want. So they end up fighting them and defeating this one guy, and then the other guy makes him a deal and says, hey, you meet me here at this point, and I'll have someone set up so you can kill her. Turns out it's someone that originally captured Undead and put him in this big prison for 10 years and experimented on him and fell in love with him and crazy. And he has this whole relationship with this character, and they ended up having this big fight, and Did it say her power in the front of here? Unchanged. So she's unchanged. And each as you meet characters, it gives you more and more characters between each volume. This is basically them, you know, how they meet Unchanged. This whole thing going to, I think it was Russia, and going to the beach, and this whole really cool, like, character development driven volume. Until the big fight that happens between the characters ends up with her dying and them taking her spot in the Union. This volume's all about them getting into the Union and having to do their first missions and going after, was it Unrot or something? So this gives you like all the members of the Union, Undead, Unluck. Oh, and then at the end of this, all right. So the Union stuff, the end of the Union stuff happens here, right? Yes. So then they go on their first mission in Volume 2, where they have to go after this Uma that basically rots people and causes problems. Artwork here is incredible. So the fight happens at the end of this issue and into this volume, and then their first mission happens. I really enjoyed the fight. I thought I was in the third volume, so all this stuff, but this is really cool. And it ends up, in order to beat it, he pulls a card out of his head, Undead, and unlocks his other form. Here we go. This is like his original full power form, which is ridiculous. No one can stop them, and they have to do a bunch of stuff in the first part of this chapter of this volume to stop him and to get him back to normal. The rest of it is dealing with the alien invasion caused by them failing to do one of the missions, and then going on to another mission to track down Unrepair, which leads them into finding their new friend here, which is Unmove, which is Unmove. He's right there. And then finding out that there's a traitor in the Union who's actually leading Under, and a whole bunch of really cool developments happen in this. It really span the story, and how in the last this next set of missions, there's only like 4 missions, but anyone in the world can get involved. So all the different Uns and all different people with powers throughout the world can get involved in this. Really, really sick artwork throughout this whole series. The story is funny. It's not really that cheesy. Some of it's corny, but like it's really well done and really well constructed. I didn't see the double cross happening at all. The whole setup here is great. It's really emotional for a bunch of characters. Really, really enjoyed the setup for the 4th volume and what it's leading to. I can't wait to see what happens with these characters, and like they're just all really, really, like, especially the main characters, the main 3 characters. You really get this sense of like caring about them, right? And I can just see, because they've been capturing all these different people throughout the years, there's going to be so many new characters. There's so many new unique abilities happening really soon, now that anyone can be involved in this mission. I'm not sure how many volumes are going to be and how many chapters are going to be. But there's probably like 30 chapters already. Yeah, we're in 34 chapters right now. 34 chapters, 4 volumes. I would say this is probably going to go for 10 to 13 volumes, maybe. Because we're kind of at like this end story where like there's 4 missions. There are going to be a bunch of battles in between the missions. They have like a couple months to do it, or a month to do it, or something. We're going to see what happens. There's 2 sides with all these extra people that can get involved. I say maybe 6 to 4 more volumes, maybe 8 or 10. Solid out of 5. What I would give the first 4 volumes so far, I would give it a I give it a 4.5. I think this is pretty cool. I gave Magic and Muscle a 4. I think this is better, more entertaining, definitely different. It definitely plays on those Shonen Jump tropes, but like it does it in a very unique way. Even though it's in black and white, it screams color into my brain. I really enjoyed it. And with that being said, I am the Vinyl Casket. This was a manga review about the first 4 volumes of Undead Unluck by Viz Media and Shonen Jump. Please do me a huge favor and check out my YouTube and here on Twitch, Vinyl Casket and the Vinyl Casket. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, follow, drop a comment. Let me know what you're reading, what you're checking out, what you want me to check out. And follow my Instagram at Vinyl Casket and Vinyl Casket Comics. With that being said, do me the hugest favor in the world. And remember to please stay linked.